The scan flagged a single-session nearly 5% drop in WTI crude, down to 76.56. The U.S.-Iran peace deal wiped the war premium overnight. We close this readout on today's top-ranked stock and ETF from SignalFinder Pro's Best of Best. SPX settled at 7,511, down 0.57%, while QQQ dropped 1.91% to 729.81, as semiconductors took heavy profit-taking into the close. That divergence between NASDAQ and the broader SPX is the back-end's headline read for today. The VIX clocked a bottoming tail and closed back above its lower Bollinger Band, a structure that says volatility isn't done yet. Chair Warsh makes his FOMC debut Wednesday, and that readout sets the next direction. The dollar DXY held near 99.55 as the peace accord trimmed safe haven demand for the greenback. The 10-year yield eased to 4.44%, giving TLT a lift off recent lows. Macro parameters read neutral today, but the 30-year yield had recently touched 5.16%. Whether FOMC drives it lower or lets it run is the key data point for bonds on Wednesday. WTI crude gave up nearly 5% in a single session, settling at 76.56 a barrel, as Iranian supply hit the market after the peace deal closed. USO tracked crude down 4.74%. That's a lot of war premium unwinding in one day. XLE and XOP repriced almost immediately. Energy equities don't wait for confirmation. They move with crude. Gold held near $4,330, even as some safe haven demand unwound. Projected dollar outflows from the Iran accord are keeping bullion supported on the chart. Copper miners in COPX sustained their uptrend, and silver through SLV stabilized. When GLD, COPX, and SLV are all trending together, the system's reading that as broad metals strength, not a single metal anomaly. Japan's Nikkei hit a record high session. The BOJ's historic 1% rate hike pushed it there, which is a genuine regime shift for a central bank that had been locked near zero for decades. Taiwan's EWT flipped the opposite direction and dropped sharply in the same session. And ECB headwinds are clouding the European picture through EFA. You've got Japan's EWJ breaking out, while Taiwan and Europe face separate structural pressure. The data's running in two directions, and that's the split signal the system is flagging for internationals. BTC is sitting near $65,600, but ETH is deeply underperforming. A 60% year-to-date drawdown, which is a significant gap relative to Bitcoin. The backend ingested $4.21 billion in ETF outflows across 3 weeks, and institutional pressure on IBIT heading into Wednesday's FOMC is still elevated. The long-term trend lines on BTC, drawn from the 2015, 2018, 2020, and 2022 lows, have all been broken. The structural readout here is bearish. SignalFinder Pro's Best of Best scan has filtered down to 83 symbols on today's shortlist. Sectors, ETFs, and stocks that cleared the system's ranking criteria. Next up, the top 3 sectors, then the number 1 ETF and the number 1 stock. Technology, XLK, holds the number 1 rank on the sector board at 186.44, but it closed down 2.79%, and the system's state flag is lagging. Rank reflects structural position, not today's price action. Below it, real estate, XLRE, is up 0.24% at 45.10 and reading leading. And industrials, XLI, added 0.65% to 179.85, also leading. 2 of the top 3 are confirming. XLK is the outlier the board is watching. UDOW, ProShares Ultra Pro Dow 30, is sitting at rank 1 in the ETF column today, posting a 1.74% move to 69.45. It's a leveraged Dow instrument, so the chart structure here carries extra weight. The SFP viewer and TradingView chart are both on screen, so you've got the full picture. Dropping to the top stock, IBKR, Interactive Brokers, closes at 93.10, up 0.37% on the day, and it's holding the number 1 spot on the Best of Best stock ranking. The SFP viewer and TradingView chart are both on screen. The full picture's right there. Here's the system's daily readout in short. Energy took the hardest hit, with WTI crude down nearly 5% to 76.56 on the Iran deal. Metals are the one clearly bullish pocket, with gold holding $4,330. Crypto is under sustained institutional pressure, $4.21 billion in ETF outflows over 3 weeks. And tech distribution hit QQQ harder than the broader SPX. Best of Best landed on UDOW for ETFs and IBKR for stocks. Verify both live in SignalFinder Pro. And remember, this is educational, not financial advice. Do your own homework.